Edward Thomas is one of the great English poets who wrote about walking, or more specifically, the road. Coincidentally, perhaps the most famous poem about roads, completely misunderstood by most people, was a tongue-in-cheek jab at Thomas and his perpetual melancholy at his inability to walk both paths when two roads diverged in a wood. I've read more about Thomas than I've read of his own works, but the little I have read has had a profound impact. I want to shift gears from my usual lighthearted commentary and share two of Thomas's pieces, one short and one long. For context, you should know that Thomas was writing in the midst of World War I, a war which eventually claimed his life. The first piece is the opening sentence of Thomas's account of walking the Interlude Way, a path regarded as the most ancient road in the UK. In terms of opening lines, I put it in league with Moby Dick's Call Me Ishmael. The line also serves as context for the second piece I will share with you immediately following the first. Much has been written of travel, far less of the road. Edward Thomas, The Interlude Way. Roads, a poem by Edward Thomas. I love roads. The goddesses that dwell far along invisible are my favorite gods. Roads go on while we forget and are forgotten, like a star that shoots and is gone. On this earth 'tis sure we men have not made anything that doth fade, so soon, so long endure. The hill road wet with rain in the sun would not gleam like a winding stream if we trod it not again. They are lonely, while we sleep lonelier for the lack of the traveler, who is now a dream only. From dawn's twilight in all the clouds like sheep on the mountains of sleep they wind into the night. The next turn may reveal heaven upon the crest, the close pine clump at rest, ankle black may hell conceal. Often footsore, never yet of the road I weary, though long and steep and dreary as it winds on forever. Helen of the roads, the mountain ways of Wales, and the Mabinogion tales, is one of the true gods. Abiding in the trees, the threes and fours so wise, the larger companies that by the roadside be. And beneath the rafter, else uninhabited, excepting by the dead, and it is her laughter at morn and night I hear, when the thrush-cock sings bright irrelevant things, and the chanticleer calls back to their own night, troops that make loneliness with their light footsteps press, as Helen's own light. Now all roads lead to France, and heavy is the tread of the living, but the dead, returning lightly dance. Whatever the road bring to me or take from me, they keep me company with their pattering. Crowding the solitude of the loops over the downs, hushing the roar of towns and their brief multitude.